Okay, it might come up with a little note on your screen that recording is in progress. So, hello everybody. Nice to see you on this lovely day. I do not have too many notes for you, but I will tell you that my song list on Wednesday morning had 4 songs on it. 4. We usually have 16. So I sent out my emergency message to everybody, help, help, help. And Lori's doing 3 songs today. Ginny and Ken are doing 3 songs today. Carol Crocker's doing 3 songs today. Dennis has 3 on the song list, but he might have a 4th. So they have us covered. But I want to tell you that we really do need song leaders, and you should just think about helping us out. And our theme next week is songs that make people laugh. Songs that, yeah, make people laugh. And that theme comes from the mystery guest. I'm just saying. So anything that makes you laugh. Now, I laugh when I make mistakes, so I could play anything and make a few mistakes and laugh at myself. But I'd like you not to feel like you have to be perfect to be a song leader. And it's really good for you to do it. It kind of gets you over the hump of your nerves and whatnot. Anyway, okay. So that's all. Recording and the theme, songs that make you laugh. And then we are going to watch our No Frills. I'm putting them on right now. Share. Look at those girls. I have to put it back to the beginning because I always like the suspense, Lori, of watching it unfold.
It's time for No Frills. Today is Oh Susanna. Oh, what a fun song to sing and to play. And now when we add the new style with No Frills Plus, we have some just 8th notes as a beginning, like Oh, I Come. So that's an 8th note there. Then we've added chords. And let's just enjoy playing this together. The chords we're going to get to in the B part are a G chord, which is an O, 1, 3, and then slide it up to a O, 3, 5. It's still a G, and it's the same chord shape, the claw right there. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Interesting. I hadn't noticed that there's no repeat sign on the B part.
Well, the words kind of flow with the A part being done twice. The other thing that I neglected to say was that we had this shape here, but then there's also working, me with the diagonal, 2-finger diagonals. Slide your thumb down and then slide your ring finger down on the 2.
It falls really well on the
You've just done that. 3, O, 1, 3, O, 3, 5, thumb on the 4, ring on the 2. So fun.
Yep.
All right. So let's play it again, and I'll play it the right way this time. 1, 2, 3. Sound good together. That's
I
okay.
thought we had played that through twice.
I know, and it's so funny because you're like, and it repeats. That's so unusual that it repeats.
Yeah.
And then, oop.
Okay, you know how to cut that?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Scissors out.
And Scotch tape.
A twice, and then the B. And I might do something different this time, the B. You never know. 1, 2, 3. A again. Let's go to the top. Fun to sing,
That was
fun to
fun.
play.
I liked those things
Yeah.
you were adding in there.
Sorry for the surprises.
No, they're the best.
They're good. All right. And speaking of going to Alabama with a banjo on your knee, I'm going to Alabama with a dulcimer on my knee.
She's walking
in
all the
2
way.
weeks.
That's
in 2
hard.
weeks. Going to be at the Southern Appalachian Dulcimer Association. Woo! Yeah. All right. We'll see you next time.
So, surprise, surprise, we only have one video today. So let me close that out. Let me stop my share. Let me go to my other share. This gets very complicated. And you know what? I do talk to myself to get to the right place. So my husband always says, are you talking to me or are you talking to yourself? I'm talking to myself. That's how I organize my brain. Okay, and this is, look at who it is. It's Lori.
Hello.
Brooke. Okay,
It's
Lori.
funny. I saw Pat yesterday, and I said, Pat, I see I'm up at the first of the list. Did you want me to send my things as a video? Because I usually see the video right after No Frills of people that they send in. She goes, no, you're live. But I've moved so many people around, I'm just going to keep you there. I'm like, that's good.
Well, you were one of the first people. You and Ginny and Ken were the first songs that I got. And I told you Wednesday morning I only had 4 songs on the list. I was panicking. So
Well, we come to the rescue.
you
We
did.
love
You did. Okay. So this is
Lazy John. When I hear the song "Lazy" on a lazy day, this is the first thing that popped to my mind, and I immediately wrote to Pat, who of course had nothing on the song list, and I said, "Has somebody already claimed this?" And she goes, "No, it is yours." So this is a tune that you hear at old time jams. Lazy John. Hope you're following along with the lyrics, and I'm going to give you a way to play it that's not as intricate as note by note. So let me change my screen down this way. See if it's, yes, there we go. I have, my system isn't as sophisticated as it might look. I have Scotch tape and bungee cords holding it all together. Lazy John, let's play through. Get your capo on 4. All right, I'm going to give a couple different way to play chords here, but let's hear how the song goes. 1, 2. So you can do chords like this, and E is a 505, and A is a 6.500, and then you've got a D in there, or these are both these, but I'm going to show you a simpler way of doing it as I sing it. We're going to go with bar chords. Take that capo off. We're going to stick with some bar chords here. So you know the names of all these frets. So if you want an E, whether it's an E minor or E major, it's going to be there at 1. If it's a D, it's open. If it's an A, it's 4. See how it goes? I woke up at the break of day, down to the fields to try to earn my pay. Then much later you come along. Why don't you get away, lazy John? Lazy John, lazy John. Why don't you get your day's work done? I'm in the shade. Whoop. It's you're in the shade, I'm in the sun. I have that backwards. You're in the shade, I'm in the sun. Why don't you get your work, lazy John? John, John. There, back to the A. Let's try it again. I woke up. Let's do the chorus. Lazy John, lazy John. Why don't you get your day's work done? You're in the shade, I'm in the sun. Why don't you get your day's work done? Work all week, there. Work all week in the noonday sun. 15 cents when Saturday comes. Down to a dance, have some fun. Why don't you get away, lazy John? Lazy John, lazy John. Why don't you get your day's work done? I'll read it the way it is. I'm in the shade, you're in the sun. Why don't you get your day's work done? Enough of that lazy song. Too lazy to change the words to the right words. It's funny. Okay, what's next on the list? Is it Old Folks at Home? There we go. Great song for a lazy day on a lazy river. The Swanee River in White Springs, Florida flows through there. Flows from up Georgia all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. Swanee River, beautiful river. When it flows through White Springs, there's shoals and rock, and it's a lazy river at that point. It's not a gushing torrent of a river. And especially with the lack of rain that Florida has had, it's a very slow-moving, lazy river. Old Folks at Home is another Stephen Foster tune, as was Oh Susanna. And I have to just say this every time. This is the state song of Florida. But Stephen Foster never visited Florida. And if you ever come to the Stephen Foster Folk Culture Center State Park, you see that there is his original manuscript that says, way down upon the PD River, which, as you all know, is in South Carolina. Now, his brother then wrote to him at one point, and that's his letter that he wrote, was basically saying this: dear Stephen, nice try. I don't think PD River is good. Why don't you try this word, Swanee? So then if you go back to the manuscripts in the bell tower and look at it, PD is crossed out and Swanee is there. play it in a nice swingy, lazy style. Here we go. And I have one more.
You do have one more. That was lovely, Lori.
Well, that one you just want to take and swing it slowly and enjoy being on the river. The Stephen Foster Folk Culture Center State Park is a terrific place to visit, and there's so much musical things that happen there. I did the Old Time Championship there last couple weeks ago, and there's stuff there all the time. But you need to hear from me again. November 13, 14, and 15 is the Stephen Foster Dulcimer Retreat. Bing Futch, Lori Alsberg, Carol Crocker, and who did I not miss? Oh, Stephen Seifert. Terrific weekend. Come on down to Florida. Come on down to the Sunshine State. Let's see. What my next song is Red River Valley. A great lazy song, just sweet. Now, where am I playing this? Red River Valley. Yeah, there it is. And we host a jam in Melrose once a month. It's on the last Wednesday of the month, but this week's it's going to be on the 22nd because I'll be in Alabama the next week. But anyway, that's beside the point. Bob comes down from Jacksonville, and he always calls this song, and so I'm playing it for Bob today. I'm gonna change my view. And he sings. I love it when he plays and I sing harmony to him. And I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to play a harmony line, and I hope you all continue to play the melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That chord. Did better. I bet you were worried, Pat, that I was going to keep playing it until I got it right. That thought crossed my mind.
What I was going to say just went out of my mind when you said that. I was going to say,
Well, I hope everybody could keep with the melody when I was playing the harmony because I love that harmony
oh,
line and I love it when it drops down to that
that,
six in the bass
yes,
string.
that's exactly what I was going to say. You used your harmony as an interlude.
Ah,
And I liked that, you know, to have the what you know and then to have an interlude that's a little bit different and then to come back to what we know. That
well,
was
good.
I thought that was very effective.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you
I'm
liked it.
I'm glad I remembered what I was going to say. This is worth hearing. Okay, we
All right, enjoy the
still
rest of the time.
yes, we still have time for our some more music. Here's my other lifesaver, Ginny, my lifesavers, Ginny and Ken, who jumped in to do extra music this week, and I appreciate you guys so much. Okay.
So Wild Mountain Time a couple times through, and I'll give you a short introduction for it.
Ginny, that was lovely. What a great, as a finger picker, what a great bit of tab that is. It's just a lovely arrangement. Thank you for that. Okay, now you've changed the name of this one. At least I encouraged you to change the name of this one.
Um, well, I figured we could take any fiddle tune, and if we slowed it down enough, it would be good for a lazy day. And Ken said we should rename Whiskey Before Breakfast as Whiskey Before Coffee and play it like we're not awake yet. So we're going to take it really slow with swing. I'll just note it's in the form AABB. So the first two lines are A part, that's repeated, then the next two lines the B. And I'll play it as written the first time, but the nice thing about taking it really slow is you can take it up an octave or down on the bass string, fool around with it, and I'll probably do that a little bit the second time through. But I'll just count you in here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Well, I have two comments about that, Ginny, and I'm going to ask you to hold your third song for after the mystery guest. But my two comments are, at jams, you usually hear that played lightning speed. And what a nice way to learn it, because it has all those extra eighth notes in there, to have it at a steady pace. And my second observation is you were very steady with that tempo. You held it. You didn't speed up. You didn't go. It was just right. So thank you for that. We're going to come back to you after we have our mystery guest, okay? So stop my share. Let me see. Oh, there's that lady with the gray hair and the quilt behind her. Okay, so this has been an interesting morning. I got an email from our mystery guest. Lori, your microphone is still on. I'm going to turn you off. I got an email saying that the mystery guest was bringing a mystery guest. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then I got a second email saying, scratch the mystery guest because that person's equipment wasn't working the right way. Anyway, so it's been that kind of a morning. But our mystery guest used to live in Sanford, and actually he lived next door to my daughter, and that's how I met him. We had gone to a harp concert, and on the way out he stopped my daughter and said hello to her, and we got to talking, and he ended up coming with me to the local dulcimer group. But he doesn't play the dulcimer, he plays the flute. And so he is going to introduce you to 3 flutes, I think, today, and tell us about the trip to Carnegie Hall and the trip to Ireland. I think they're going this summer with the Congers. And Matt is the person also who sponsored our extended meetings for the first year that Sending the Music was on the line. And so I want to thank him for that, but I also want to welcome him. And this is Matt Straub. Hey, Matt.
Hey, hi. Can you hear me, first of all?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Pat, you stole my story.
Oh, you're going to tell the story about Patty and the kids?
Yeah, I'd say when I moved out to Sanford, I told my daughter, says, what's in Sanford, for crying out loud, And then I met Patty and I met you, and I went over to this dulcimer group with a flute, and they welcomed me in, and I loved the music because it was traditional, and they fed me at the end, which sure beats any flute group I was ever a part of. So so that's how I fell in with the dulcimers, and I have not regretted it a bit since. I want to make some comments here. First of all, Jenny, you can play Scotland the Brave along with that first part. I think was one note, which is a misstep. So that would be a good thing to present here. Songs that can be played together. And I also like your slowing it down. In fact, I'll do that with one or two of the tunes I'm going to play a little later on, because the music, if it's a nice melody, it'll stand whether it's fast or whether it's slow, So also, I wanted to comment on Lori and the Swanee River. When we came down from Florida, from Pennsylvania down to Florida when I was like 7th or 8th grade, we crossed over the Swanee River. And I knew it was way down the pond. And I was so ecstatic that there it really was. It was just like not even a river, it was like a giant stream, but it was the real deal. So anyways, Pat, could you put up the program?
Okay, I could, except I have to share my screen. Wait a minute. Give me a second to think about how to do this.
That's okay. I'll talk about it. I've put together a little program just on sort of whimsy here.
I will put that program in the Dropbox when we're finished. Let me see. I don't quite know. I have to. Let me try.
Well, go ahead. I'll go ahead and talk, and you can mess around in the background. It's not like life threatening.
Okay. Show meeting. So I show you. There you, oops, I lost you. I found you. Whoop. No. It's not, I don't think it's going to work. Hold on a second, because I put it in here.
Well, I sent it to you at the last moment.
I know you did, and this is the upgraded one.
Bingo, there it is. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the very one. And this is just sort of like a little whimsy. I want to talk a little bit about the silver flute, my production company, Performing Arts Educators, what we do, what we have done, what we plan to do, and then introduce you to this would be the world premiere of the folk flute, and then if you're still around, I'll show you the bass flute, which you'd have to have humongous arms if it were a straight flute. But anyways, so we'll have some fun today. The theme is dark and light, so I'll start off with a riddle. My granddaughter, she's 10, told me. She says, "What's very real and has no shadow?" And I thought, well, income tax, maybe a thought. She says, "No, real." So I said, I don't know. She says, "Fire." I thought, like, well, that causes shadow, but no, fire doesn't have a shadow. So I thought that's pretty smart. That's good science thinking. So that's my contribution to my thesis to the thing of today. I'll jump into playing something here. I have what I've always known as a flute, and we're taking a whole group of people to the New Caledonia Folk Orchestra to Ireland this summer, and it turned out this is what they call silver flute. Originally, flutes were like wood. You know, you've seen Irish flutes and what have you, and they're 1, 2, 3 keys and what have you. But in about the 1850, 1860 and around there, they really needed to have a stronger instrument, one that could power its way through, like German orchestra, the violin sawing away and what have you. So BAM reinvented the flute, made it out of silver, which is a very cutting sound, and then put all these keys on it so that you can use your 10 fingers to cover 13 holes and 2 octaves and what have you like that. And so everybody switched to silver flutes, and they sent their wooden flutes to the pawn shop. And lo and behold, all the Irish folks like these good flutes and what have you, floating around at really cheap. So the Irish picked up, and that's when the Irish flute entered the lexicon. So that's nowadays, if you want one of those, which probably costs like half a quid or whatever back in the day, that's like a couple $1,000. So go figure. And I can play one of those, but it's cross fingering, what have you, and you can go really a lot faster with all the French music that came in, the Debussy and Ravel, all that, like where you just fly. And so it each has its own part. I like the sound of a wooden flute. Down low, it's very nice. And frankly, in flute playing, though I was orchestrally trained, I do like the bottom part of the flute. That's where the folk hangs out at, you know. So I'll give you some demonstrations. I'll start with "Abide With Me," one of the world's most famous hymns. It was a favorite of Queen Victoria and Gandhi. And it, strangely enough, is also the kickoff song for a huge soccer or football event in Great Britain called the Football Association Cup Final. It's sort of like their World Series, except it's open to everybody. And they call it a giant killer because sometimes groups will come in out of nowhere and like beat the major leagues. But it's "Abide With Me." And it's strange to see the opening of the ceremonies, this huge throng all singing "Abide With Me" with a choir and a singer. The people are like face painted and like feathers, and they're just like ready for blood. But everybody's singing. It's a moment of unity, almost sort of like a spiritual beginning. So, anyways, this is "Abide With Me." love it. Love the tune.
The tune is lovely, but I liked the sound of the flute on the lower octave.
Yeah, well, me too. Yeah. But I tell you, if you got like 20 old Germans sawing away on a Brahms piece, you need one of these to cut through it. Southwind. I'll talk a little bit about what my production company does, but we are performing arts educators for some 25 years, has been bringing groups together, and we access world famous iconic venues by virtue of the fact that we bring 10 or 12 groups together. They'd sniff at you if you showed up on your own, and you certainly couldn't fill a hall with 25. But if you show up with 10 groups, they'll pay attention to you. So this is what we've been doing for some time. We've done it for choirs, a lot of choirs, some orchestras, and we're a safe haven for dance groups, because the dance world it's not like schools where they have competitions which are to a standard. The dance or competitions about each other, like the little girl sitting next to you is your enemy, in the dance thing. So they come to us because we're non-competitive. And this performance, which I'll talk about a little later on, will include a number of Indian dance groups who are trying to leave the ghettoization that their promoters have and enter the mainstream of America, where they should, just like the Mexican Americans did a generation ago, So, I'm bringing, now that I'm retired and out of that aspect of it, I'm bringing the folk world, hopefully, into the same kind of fold. And we'll have a gathering on stage at Carnegie Hall. You ask why? I don't know, because we can, it's reasonably priced, and we can have some fun at the same time. To bring the full circle here, Southwind will be one of the pieces we're playing. So it'll be a jam, a curated jam. I'll talk more about that later on. But we have like 4 or 5 tunes that everybody knows. Make sure they're in the same key. But I'll play this one, which I'm sure you're pretty familiar with. And I'll play it down low, and I'll not do a whole big deal here. So, and Southwind, people usually play. I play it in 1. I think it has more of a lilt. That's what happens when you confuse one key when you're busy playing another key. So, Jenny, to your point about slowing things down, I think these tunes can be sped up or slowed down depending on whatever the mood is. In fact, if you play alone, something which I feel dulcimers is certainly capable of, whether it's in a church or a school or backing a young person like singing for the first time, if you're doing it alone, you can pretty much take whatever speed you want it. You can slow it up, you can speed it down, you can like trip through it or what have you. So I, as a teacher, a flute teacher for many years, I have always felt that folk tunes were fun ear training, but they also show the ability to slow down and speed up. Anyways, the performing arts educators, just to go off a little bit on that, we bring groups together and take them places. Okay, we're not a tour group. We're an educational group. What we do is we take a goal, which dance in Carnegie Hall, or to like do something at Lincoln Center or the former Kennedy Center. You can't. It's impossible. But if you put a way in front of a group where they can like work toward that galvanizes the group, It galvanizes the dance studio. It galvanizes the parents, the teachers. It makes the larger community pay attention to whatever that performing arts group is. And I mean, there's a lot happening these days. There's a lot of competition for kids' time and attention. They used to hang out at the malls. Now they hang out like on the computer, or they play soccer, or they do this or that. This gives visibility and respectability to the performing arts. And if Miss Cindy has a dance studio, instead of little Miss Cindy's dance studio down at the end of the street, it's like, oh, she performed at Carnegie Hall, so that's why we do it. This is how we support. For instance, going to Carnegie Hall, it's big deal to some people, and that'll get the word of mouth and like the dulcimer groups and stuff like that, So that's what we want. We want visibility for this instrument, which easily sells itself once you get used to it. I remember the dulcimer back from Dick and Mimi Farina. That was like a generation or so ago. So that's what we do, this Carnegie Hall thing. I could tell you about. We're going to Ireland. Hey, Carol, how you doing? We're going to Carnegie Hall, or we're going to Ireland in June. That's already sold out. But when I tell you about that, you'll get some of the idea of what it is we're doing while we're there. We're not just like taking a trip and playing tunes and like leaving. It's a residency. But I'm going to introduce you to the folk flute, which can be either used as a baseball bat, or it can be, you take a regular flute bottom, which has the advantage of keys and stuff like that, and then you insert a wooden fipple, which is like the top of a recorder, except it's circular. And I don't know how this will play recording-wise. It's quieter, but you do get a very woody sound. Let me see if you can see it. Okay, when Chris Abell in Asheville, he's the one that makes these, first showed it to me, I picked it and I liked it so much I instinctively just played a melody. I don't know where it came from. I hope I haven't lifted it from some memory of the past, but it was, I call it, so I just named it after him, the Chris Abell March. Could you hear that? Yeah, okay, yeah. And maybe a couple of other tunes, which I think will lay very well with this. I do normally have a microphone which hooks onto this, so yeah, it'll carry, but it didn't work right now. So, this is well for like percussive sounds, like, hold on. Let me say, get the right key. So, it's a fun fun instrument to play. And if you're familiar with recorder or wooden instruments, I'm going to say it's easier to play. When your mother makes you play flute from the 4th grade on, you pretty much know your way around flute. And like people ask me, how long you been playing flute? I'd say, well, 7 decades at least. So after a while, you learn this kind of stuff. Anyways, a day at Carnegie Hall. What does that mean? Okay, first of all, the package, if you would call it that, $299. That's for the whole day. That includes the dress rehearsal, the tech rehearsal, the performance on stage for 20 minutes, all the pictures. It's we're not making any money because we're nonprofit. We're 501c3. But thing is, I can be on stage too. If you folks are all there. If you're not there, I can't be on stage. So it's like we're all in this together. But people say, well, what does this really involve? Well, you show up at the stage door, which I think is 56th, 59th. Show up at the stage door, go through security, and then right to the right, there's a huge rehearsal gathering hall. So we'll just show up in there. It's a security. We can leave our instruments and what have you there, and we'll play together these 4, maybe 5 tunes that everybody have been given. I think for South Wind, the Shady Grove, which I'll do a little later on, and a couple of other tunes. You'll know them, but it'll be curated instead of just a giant jam. And this is where my mystery guest didn't have the equipment to show up today. It was supposed to be Elaine Conger, and she was going to have a secret guest, which would have been Larry Conger. So that would have been pretty deep there. So once we understand who we probably have 30 or 40 people at this point. Once do we have like a lot of chord instruments? Do we have a lot of solo instruments? Do we have like people who can like ad lib? We'll have some fiddles, mandolins, guitars, and what have you. She'll be able to determine at that point, okay, how do we frame this so that it is a true jam, yet it's not cacophony. And we're doing something new here, frankly. I would doubt if there's ever been a folk orchestra on the stage of Carnegie. Certainly not. They've had everything else there, not that I know of. So it's a curated jam. But anyways, so we have rehearsal. Then we'll go up for the tech rehearsal. Everybody takes lunch, and you can go out, but probably just have lunch brought in. And then the performance starts at 1 o'clock. It's 2.5 hour performance at the most, probably 2 hours and 15 minutes maybe. And we're first because we have all the chairs. We'll take up the whole stage with all the chairs and stuff like that. The following acts, if you want to call them that, it's an Indian dance group, a couple of them. There are some other dance groups, a couple of choral groups, stuff like that. So we need to clear the stage off. So we go first. And we'll play our tunes, what have you. And there's a photographer there, a professional photographer. If you go on our website, you'll see some of his work. We'll take pictures the whole time. But then when we finish, there'll be a little bit of like, what's the dulcimer? Like that kind of patter. And then when we finish, we go back downstairs, put our instruments away, go up and take our seats in the balcony, and wherever we're all scattered around, take our seats to watch the rest of the performance. And you'll see some stuff that you probably haven't seen before. In fact, you'll probably mix with it backstage. There'll be like at least 1 or 2 Indian groups, and you're amazed at the quality of costuming. These people are serious. But who knows? Mexican American group. I'm not too sure what the lineup will be after us. But the thing is, you can go up and you can watch the rest of it, and we'll be over probably about 3:30, 2 to 3:30, in around there. You come back down, get your instruments, you walk right out of the stage door, and then you're free for the rest of the afternoon and evening. You can either go home, drive home, or a lot of people are coming in from out of town or doing it overnight, you'll have Manhattan for you right there. You're in Manhattan for the rest of the evening. So if you want to do like a New York trip, evening shows and stuff like that. It's also, if you're a single person, like to travel, you'll have bunches of people around, especially if you bring 2 or 3 people along with you. You do, in addition to your own ticket, you get 4 additional tickets, which you can like give away to your friends or sell to somebody. I don't know, smoke your cigar with it. It's the tickets, they're for years. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to finish now here with the alto flute. Let me preach a little bit about playing with other people. Dulcimer is a instrument which, by its very nature, it's a beautiful instrument. It's an instrument which lends itself to simplicity, clarity, and it's unique. It's not like, oh, here's somebody with a saxophone again, or whatever. It's like, what is that instrument? So you have the advantage of wherever you go, your pique interest right away. So I'd say get out there and play. Please play. Find somebody like me who can play a lead instrument, a solo instrument, and play something in your church, like Blessed Be the Ties That Bind, or Abide With Me, or whatever, or a birthday party, or some child who has to appear in the 5th grade talent shows, like nervous, you'll really strengthen that child's performance, confidence, and what have you, as well as just like having fun. So I preach this, and there are a lot of, Pat can tell you about all the work she does in like hospitals and what have you. I have so many stories when I've worked with people, like people who were like non-responsive, and then they would turn their heads very slowly to hear whatever that curious sound was. So anyways, blessed be the ties. I'm a minister's son. Okay, so I know hymns. And when I was 5 years old, he was ministered at an orphanage. That's a whole nother orphanage. It's called the minister's son up. Hey, come up here. I was like 5 years old. It says, what's your favorite hymn? And I says, blessed be the ties that bind. He says, whoa, really? He says, oh, that's pretty mature. Why do you like that song? I says, because it reminds me of tying my shoes. Anyways, so I've grown then, but it still is a favorite song. Get lined up here. Now that would go really well with a dulcimer, or a guitar, or a voice and a dulcimer. Really, folks, you got to get out and play. That's one of the things we do. We started out in Scotland last year at the Fringe, the New Caledonia Folk Orchestra. We had people who wanted to play ensembles. 4 or 5 people. They were together from Knoxville or whatever, and they. So we all made it a part of the performance. But they really didn't give the time and attention. So this time, when we're in Ireland, we're sending them out into the community. Each group, sometimes there's 6, sometimes there's 4. Lorinda Jones is coming. She has a 15-piece harp group that she will be part of our Thursday evening performance, but she'll be doing some stuff out in the community. And we send out a support person with them, so they're just like not all alone. And it gives experience of what works and what doesn't work. You don't like have the audience facing the sun. You face the sun. Little stuff like that, and or what tunes you can use. So the what we plan to do next year after that, we're going to be in Liverpool and the Lake District, like a whole Beatles thing and Wordsworth and all of that. And we'll also be, so I'm thinking we're going to do the ensembles alone in the Liverpool Cathedral. It's the fifth largest one in Europe. It's a beautiful, and dulcimers ensembles would be, if we pick a quiet corner, like it's a huge place, that's just be, what a memory, what a beautiful thing that'd be. And flute just soars above everything. I love it. What a great retirement. If you would call me retired, it's like, I love it. And thank you so much to the dulcimer world while I have your attention. So, okay, Shady Grove. Oh, incidentally, I was Shady Grove. I lived 10 miles from a shady grove in southern Pennsylvania. There is a shady grove there. 10 miles in one direction. The other direction is the Caledonia State Park. So that's where apparently when I was 5, I was easily impressed by. So, in Shady Grove, you've heard of the names. Here are some other grove names while we're at it. You've heard of Spangler's Grove from Gettysburg. You have Laurel Grove, Maple Grove, Cedar. These are in Pennsylvania, by the way. Laurel Grove, Maple Grove, Cedar Grove, Walnut Grove, Pine Grove, Hemlock Grove, Pleasant Grove, Harmony Grove, Fairview Grove, Blooming Grove, Chestnut Grove, Greenwood Grove, Silver Grove, Silverleaf Grove. So apparently it's a nice place to be in the summertime. So this is Shady Grove. Some people play this fast. I feel it should be played slow. Back to Jenny's thing, I take it like actually. I wouldn't say it's melancholy. It's evocative of another era when we were young, and you go out and they play horseshoes or whatever. So, anyways, make sure I get started out here. I'm going to read this one because I know it in another. Again. Thank you.
So interesting to hear another instrument. And I've been in the room with you, Matt, when we've had dulcimers and the flute playing, and they just complement each other so much. It's really nice to have other instruments.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all the information about the trips and a performance educator. What did I got the name wrong? Performance educators. That's right. Right. Yeah.
Performing arts educator. We're performing arts people who are educated.
Yeah.
We couldn't find a longer name, so we had to stick with this one.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to take the program that you sent me, and I'm going to put it up in our Dropbox so that people can pick it up and see it if it has information. But Mike Farley's been writing stuff in to the chats the whole time. So
thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So people have that information already. Well, thank you, Matt, so much for coming. And
now back to the mandolin.
Oh, back to the mandolin. Is that what you were playing while we were while we were doing our
That's
stuff?
when I dip in. That's what I usually play. I get my
there you
mandolin
go.
chops up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to. There's Ginny and Ken back again. Give me 1 second to get back where I need to be. It's so hard to. Oh, now that's not it, and I need you. You're up here. There you are. Okay, and this is not your music. Sandy River Bell Waltz. There you go. I got it. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it, to hear the flute?
When it's low, it's so pretty.
Yeah, I personally like the lower tones too. I think they just resonate. Yeah, so much. Okay, Sandy
Well,
River Bell.
thinking of slowing things down, Dennis Harris wrote this tab. I want to thank him for sharing it with us a few years ago, but he took Sandy River Bell and slowed it down and turned it into a waltz. And it's in the form AABB. So the first page is the A part, it's repeated, and then the second page is the B part, which is repeated. And I'll just count you in. We'll play the whole thing a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You know, that sounded like a totally different song than Sandy River Bell played in three-quarter time. It was lovely, but it really sounded like a totally different song. It needs a different name. I'm only kidding, but no, it
We'll
was.
have to have Dennis come up with a different
Yeah,
name.
Dennis needs to come up with it, but it was really lovely. Thank you so much. Thanks for doing three songs for us this week.
You're welcome.
Okay. And oh, look at who. We're going to the lady who's already been to Carnegie Hall. Carol, let's see. We have to unmute her. Can somebody do that? Is somebody there? I have to look for you, Carol.
There, I'm unmuted.
Okay,
Yay. I'm muted. Thank you. Thank you. I was enjoying that Sandy River Bell. That was nice. I don't know if I remember Dennis doing that, but I really liked that.
Yes.
So anyway, my lazy songs are one's crawdad song. You're sitting on the bank fishing for crawdads. That's a lazy thing to do. And by the way, in North Carolina, there is a baseball team called the Crawdads. That's pretty cool. I hadn't heard that used in that kind of way. So anyway, this is the Crawdad song. Third line, I do have the opportunity, if you have a 1.5 fret, to add it. If you want to add it on the middle string, you can add it there. If you don't have a 1.5 fret, just go ahead and play the zeros. And I just realized I didn't flip my camera down. Now you can see my dulcimer. Okay, so anyway, a little bit of introduction here.
Struggling with them, you managed to do it. So
somehow or other the words come out. I don't know. It
always impresses me. That's such a fun song, Carol.
It is. It is fun, and you're sitting on the bank catching crawdads or fish or whatever. So lazy activity. All right, this one, Lightly Row, is a German folk song, and I often teach it as one of my beginner songs, adding the chords, very simple chords. But it's a German little folk tune. It's a kid's tune, and it's about gliding smoothly and quietly on the lake. So here we go with a little of Lightly Row. lightly row in our little boat. And that's lightly row. And yeah, I got frog in my throat here today. So anyway, pollen, I'm going to keep going.
You keep going. This is one of my favorites.
I know, you asked me this one.
Yes.
Bring Me Little Water, Sylvie. This is a song known to be done by Huddy Ledbetter. And I think it was his, I'm not sure, aunt, but it was a family member whose name was Sylvie that was brought out in this song. So here we go. Bring Me Little Water, Sylvie. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a
Those were three peppy tunes.
Well, thank you.
Yes, and I love Bring Me Little Water. So there was just a movement to it that was just lovely. Nice. Somebody saying it's so nice playing these old songs. It is.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we are headed to California. And I'm just going to put this out there for Lori and Carol and Ginny. We're going to probably be finished early. So if you have another song that you want to do, just keep it in mind because we might get around to it. And Dennis, I know you have another one. Oh, this is not yours, though. This is yours. Okay.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Cotton Eye Joe. I feel like being really lazy now. And Carol's songs were just excellent, and you're right, they were kind of peppy. I'm not feeling so lazy anymore, so I gotta get back into that zone. Like the new dog, we just got a min pin, and she's been pretty active. There she is on the floor in her little... There she is. We call her Ruthie. All right, back to being on the screen. There I am. Cotton Eye Joe, Cotton Eye Joe, yeah. So, it's in 3 parts. That's why I skipped over to another page, but at least got 2 parts on the front, on one page and then 1 part on the other page. So anyway. Yeah. Way down yonder a long time ago, Daddy had a man called Cotton-Eye Joe. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton-Eye Joe? Now, I've elected to do an arrangement where I have the melody on the 1st string and the 3rd string, so the outside ones. But you can do each one separately. If you want to just run that melody on the bass line, that's just fine. If you want to do it on the treble, that's just fine. If you want to start on the middle string and hit... Anyway, you can do it on the middle string if you start from 5. Remember, get a nice groove going, a nice lazy groove. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton-Eye Joe? And the B part is... And the C part is... Well, he made him a fiddle and he made him a bow. They made a little tune called Cotton-Eye Joe. And where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton-Eye Joe? Off the B. Well, if it had, whoops. Well, if it hadn't been for Cotton-Eye Joe, I'd have been married a long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton-Eye Joe? Ready for that big run. It's for part C. You're probably thinking, fast. Let's slow that C down. Seven, five. That's the lazy way to do it. Well, I fell down and stubbed my toe. Call for the doctor, Cotton Eye Joe, a man of many talents, obviously. Where'd you run from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Well, there's 14 feet of ice and snow, roof caved in on Cotton Eye Joe. And where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I love this B part. Well, there's a chicken in the bread pan pecking on the dough. Granny, will your dog bark? No, child, no. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I feel like doing that one again.
Dennis, that was great. And you know, the C part was challenging, and playing it as many times as you did, you really got the hang of it. You know,
Right, I didn't even get into the harmonics parts.
Oh.
Or you could go like this. You could playing the bass string two frets lower. So there's lots to do with that while you're
fun.
being lazy.
So that was fun. So someone wrote in the chats, love this Cotton Eye Joe version. Okay, now this is an original, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. In
Yes.
fact, I have two originals because I get lazy a lot. So actually, I'm not calling it. I'm not lazy. I'm not doing it for nothing. I'm just hesitating. I'm going to take my own sweet time to get there. Yeah. Now, the idea behind this is that, well, I have a first verse, I call it A, and a chorus, B. And then the idea behind this is that you can make up stuff because you're too lazy to follow the first line over again. Right? So, hesitate. to the repeating chorus line. Back to the first line. The third line down just has the harmonic coming with it. Back to the second line. Well, let's get up here. Back to the first line. I should just make something up. That was a completely different song, but now back to line 2. Hesitating.
It's great strumming practice for sure. And Dennis has one more, another original.
Yeah, and on the last one, I also try to see what else I can do on the dulcimer here besides just the same old, same old. So it's been fun just giving it a try. And I kept myself amused all that lazy day. All right, rainy day. Now, this only came to my head when there was this intense thunderstorm a few days ago. And Have I had time to remember it? Well, that's why tab comes in, because you can remember it pretty easily. Oh, I did it in 6/8 time because of the format that things put, or that tab edit puts things in. So I have my triple groups of notes there. Oh, and I have these little combinations of 3-3-3, and I'm going to just do 1-1-3 instead, because I just today discovered that maybe that sounds a little better. The rainy day.
That was a very gentle rain. I liked it a lot. Very lovely, lovely. 3 nice songs from you, Dennis. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, and that was your fourth song, but I'm gonna pass over that one for right now. I have 2 songs for you, really, but the second song has 2 versions to it. So let me change my video so that you can see my, let's see, that's pretty good. Okay, and I'm trying to think of what else I was going to tell you. This song, Stars All Bright Are Beaming, is a Bert Kahn song, and I took my inspiration from Ginny West, and I am going to play it like it's lazy. So usually you think of 6/8 time as something that's like jiggy, but this one I'm not going to play jiggy. And this is not a difficult song, so hopefully I can play it right for you. So this is Stars All Bright Are Beaming. kind of sweet. Now I'm going to fill in the spaces this time. Now I'm going to take a little inspiration from Dennis and I'm going to play that again. Sweet little tune. Really, I love it. And I think of watching stars as a lazy thing to do. So moving right along, now Lori told me how to pronounce this. I don't have any French in my background. I think it's Claire de la Luna. Well, whatever. I know it as Claire de Lune. And she has it written. This is her no frills version. And then we're going to do something with it. So let's just play this the way that it's written. And I'm sure that you'll recognize it. It's also another easy song. It keeps us down in the upper part of the fretboard. So. So quite simple. So now, I usually add stuff to my songs when I'm finger picking with them. Well, Lori did that for us. She gave us this song, and let me see, it's only one page. Thank goodness I don't have to change it. And what she did was she added all the things that I would have filled in to play this song. Now, when you see a tab like this, you have to keep in mind what the melody is, and you want to accentuate the melody notes just slightly so you can still hear it. Okay, so let's give this a couple of tries. It's the same tune we just played. Lovely? Really nice when she adds all those notes, even though those notes are hard to read. If you notice, just with finger picking, there's always a repeated pattern, and this is it goes up and down. But look at the middle string, you're always returning to the 0. It's, except for right here, this measure changes, but it's all zeros on the middle string. Let's try it again. Am I playing it too fast? Maybe I should slow it down a tiny bit. I will do that. time. I love to finger pick, it's quite obvious, but that was really a lot of fun. And Lori, thanks for doing that. Let me get my video back where it belongs. And Carol Crocker sent me a note that said she could play another song for us. Carol, I can't remember because it was on my watch that I saw it. So let me see. Can you put Carol Crocker in the spotlight? Carol, what was the song?
Peace like a river. I've got peace like a river.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Find it. I've got peace like a river. My camera's not down. I put it back to the regular one. There we go. Here we go. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean in my soul. I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean. I've got love like the ocean in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. This one you can fill in.
Carol. Thanks for that.
You're
Lori,
welcome.
are you still here? Is Lori still here? And did you have a song for us, Lori? Or no? She's not here.
Do you need another one?
No, we're close to the end. I had just
Okay.
put that call out. We can just. I don't see her still here. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to stop my share.
Okay.
I am coming back to my main screen to see all of you. Matt, thank you so much for coming and for introducing all those flutes to us. And thank you to my song leaders who did extra time. And maybe some people will jump in and volunteer for next week when we're doing funny songs, songs that make you laugh. And you know, everybody has a different sense of humor, so if it makes you laugh, then you could do it, even if you don't think of it as something that would make other people laugh. But we do need song leaders. We function with song leaders. That's our whole jam. So if you can put yourself out, I would appreciate it. In the meantime, please have a safe week, a healthy week, and I will see you next week. I'm going to turn the recording off.